I would like to invite Solomon, the founder of this program. Doesn't look like it's been that long, but it's been 13 years since Solomon had this vision to meet the needs of a couple of individuals, as luck would have it, close friends, children of a very close friend that he wanted to assist. And then from that, it has grown to what we know to be the tutoring program today. So Solomon, if you say a few words.
Thank you. Welcome. I'm very, very, very happy that we are back again. We've been looking for such a wonderful place for the last year and a half. We finally found one. And as Tasfa and Alam said, this program has been running for over 17 years. We first started with 15 students. All of our 15 students graduated high school, graduated college at that time, and continue to have about 98% success rate of our students finishing high school, finishing college as well. Regarding the schedule, we will be meeting here every Saturday from now on until the end of the semester, at the end of the school year. Sometimes we'll be meeting downstairs, sometimes we'll be meeting in another room. How does it work? We'll have a divider. That divider will be dividing the middle schoolers, and half of the class above middle school or high school will be in the other class. So those of you in the high school will be tutoring the middle schoolers to earn community hour service. And those of you who are in the middle school, when you do cleanup, and you also get that community hour service as well. So not only you'll be here for tutoring, but you'll get also your community hours by just doing cleaning and at the beginning as well as at the end of the session that we have on every Saturday. So next week, you'll be, Tasma will tell us more about it, but next week we will have a field trip to the library, which the new library that was opened about a few months ago. And also with us today, Dr. Harold William, the director of the planetarium. We'll say a few words about our partnership between Montgomery College and this tutoring mentoring program. How does it run, and what would be our interaction and our future field trip. So I'll pass it to you, Dr. Williams.
The planetarium is being reconfigured, but in February we will have an African Skies program. It probably won't be in the planetarium because the planetarium will not be ready until April. The snow knocked out the painting of the interior, which would have been done last Monday, and obviously nobody could get from North Carolina or even here on Monday. But anyway, we're moving forward. The first show in the planetarium will be Saturday, April the 16th. That will not be a show for little kids, but from middle school on, if you know how to multiply powers of 10. Okay? But we'll also have other opportunities where we'll have more middle school, elementary school appropriate shows in later April and May and forever. Okay? And we'll also be taking a field trip on some Saturday, I don't know which, to Great Falls with Dennis's group, and Ethiopians have come to that in the past too. Okay, and other peoples.
So this is one of the most valued partnerships that we have with other organizations, and that is the Montgomery College Science Club. And TMP had a very long-standing relationship. And we've taken our students to the planetarium. We've joined them on a hiking trip that they organized. And I'm sure they have taken part on some of hiking trips that we organized. So we want to maintain this long-standing relationships. And as a matter of fact, here amongst us we have today a person that I'll let him introduce himself. He's from Montgomery College. Why don't I let him speak for himself?
Hello, my name is Andrew Scribner. I'm a chemistry student, and I love chemistry, so I'll be here to help in chemistry.
I mean, not only does he like chemistry, he also likes the Habesha Dabo, actually. So he has and, well, I'm going to go through every one of them, as a matter of fact. And Mengistu, he's also from Montgomery College. Mengistu has been with our program for the last at least 2 years. And Mengistu was, in fact, one of the most valuable tutors that we had, because most of our challenges are actually in higher grades, especially math, physical, and natural sciences. So he's been actually very instrumental in helping us with a higher grade math, that's calc and pre-calc, physics. These were one of our biggest challenges, and Mengistu had been the most invaluable part of that. The TMP family and Mengistu, we really appreciate you, and we're really pleased to see you.
Thank you.
And even though she may not be associated with Montgomery College, Brooke Yirafu, actually, she was surprised that I remember her last name, and I will never forget names like hers. And Brooke, don't let her diminutive size fool you. She is perhaps one of the most valuable tutors that we have. Not only is she a tutor, I mean, she's not only tutor in the family. Volunteerism runs in their blood, actually. Her sister was also one of the tutors that have been associated with the program, driving all the way from UNBC, correct? Yeah, and I have children in college. I don't give them a lot of money, so they don't have money to throw away, So she spends money out of her meager income, what little money she has, she would put gas in her car, drive all the way from Baltimore to Washington, D.C. to be with the kids. So that is the kind of volunteerism that runs in this family. So we really appreciate you, Brooke. We're glad to see you back. Oh, by the way, here is a very ambitious young lady here. One of these days should be the one filling your crowns and building your bridges and whatnot. She aspires to be a dentist. So that's I mean, not only is she a very accomplished tutor, but she's also exemplary in the way that by what she has achieved at such a young age, and her willingness to give back.
Okay,
So-
this is my friend Rupert Chappelle, 3D video genius. Okay. He's taking some pictures. He's an expert video editor and all kinds of things. We just came from the new Ethiopian restaurant at the corner of Georgia Avenue where we ate. And anyway.
What's the name of the restaurant? You probably know better, more restaurants than I do, so I don't say that.
They had a great opening. Data sub, market, and carry out.
Oh, better said. Okay, I think this group has been there yesterday.
Yes. I've been there at least 5 times in the last 2 weeks.
And what you're seeing now is he's recording you in a 3D. So next time you'll see this being live recorded on a 3D camera. And we'll see that when we go to the Montgomery College next week. We'll be going to Montgomery College next week to have a little visit.
And the other, and then we have volunteers, and we have what we call stalwarts. These are basically the pillars of this organization, what we call actually community. And one of them, a person that has been with this program just as long as Solomon has been, is Yaine. And some of you, know Yaine, some of you have grown with her. So she needs no introduction. We're so glad to have you back, Yaine. And before I even leave this table, we have Petrina here. These two kids actually, I mean, he's probably Nomalak, who's a whole lot taller than I, and Iyas was catching up on me. And this, how long have you been with this program? Yes.
For about 2010 or something.
2010. So
Yeah.
this is 2016. So they have grown in how many in age as well as height. They're catching on us. Mm-hmm. Through all of this, Petrina has been a stalwart. Petrina is a trained yes, a therapist. So we, oftentimes we deal with teenagers. They have good days and bad days. And when they needed a shoulder to cry on, or somebody to confide in, or somebody to console them, or just simply somebody to talk to, Petrina has been there. Not only is she, that she helped us as a friend, I still keep struggling with that, that therapist, exactly. But she's also a very accomplished student. Katrina, I really appreciate you. You've never left, so I don't want to say, well, you're welcome back, because you've never really left. And there is somebody who drives her around, and you know. Yeah, I mean, he tags along, and sometimes that's Mike. Mike is a brother, the dad of Malakuli, Yasu, and Katrina's husband. Mike is, these are what we call Star Wars. These are the pillars of this program, and I've been with it, and we're always pleased to see them. They've never left, so I don't want to say that, but welcome back. And good begets good. So we have another partnership with Ethiopian American Spelling Bee. He's not among us now, but Abi Tekle, some of you know, Spelling Bee guys, yeah. So Abi has brought us another of a volunteer this year. Seta just joined us today. Seta is actually Abi's high school classmate. So I don't know what kind of school they went to, but I want to send my kids to that school because it's got to be a damn good school because they churn out people like her, and Seta welcome. I'll be remiss if I don't mention, look at this guy. I mean, most of the pictures here that you see there are taken either by Mike or Gabriel. Gabriel is a proud parent of Mary. Mary, when we met you, you were like in elementary school. Actually, she was in elementary school going on high school because she was like a second grader going on seventh grader. She was the most challenging student that any tutor can have. So, you know, I remember Mike, so one day we tossed up between like 5 tutors, you know. So finally we said, you know what, let's call the pros. And then we sent that to a college professor to help us. So Mary is always a very stellar student, very disciplined. Although we kind of bummed that we don't have Basu and David with us today. But you know, I think they went to a birthday party or something, right? Yeah. So yeah, they're forgiven. I mean, rather no, Gabriel is forgiven, but they'll be back. And then there is a family right there, you know, with Edest and Hannah and Salam. Did I mess up somebody's name? Whose name did I mess up? Nobody's, right? Okay, yeah. And of course, the boys are not here. I'm sure they will come. They're cousins one of these days, yeah. And they were not in now. Salam and just are you? Salam, I know for sure is in high school, right? At the you are in 8th grade. Okay. Almost not on high school floors. And Anna's, you know, right on your tail, so she's gonna catch you. Okay, this guy is a very an avid hiker. Actually, when we used to hike, Solomon would go all the way to Baltimore. There was not a single hike that this guys missed. And they'll come, and I think the younger. That kid wasn't this tall then, but he always beat his older brother. I know he's going to hit me for it, but I have to witness what I saw. I hope I haven't missed anyone. Of course, she's a parent. Little introduction. So, and by the way, in our midst we have IU, who is a board member of IU Cultural Center, Cultural Educational Center, has been a member before just as long as Alan has been with this program. So now we have partnered to do this. And this year I will be running this program in conjunction with Astawai. Most of the back office kind of stuff that we do, maintaining the website, creating the different student registration forms, doing the scheduling. There is some work that gets done in preparation for the Saturday class. So Astawai has done most of what we did up until now, and we still have some more work to do. So he will be working with me as we as we manage the day-to-day affairs of this program. Johannes, we expected to see him with his camera, but he somehow didn't get the memo. So, but anyways, we're glad to have you with or without a camera. And I will be remiss if I don't mention that she speaks better Amharic than I actually, but I spent just as long in Ethiopia as she's lived. You came to the US when you were 2 years old, right?
Yeah.
But you can't tell that by the way her mastery of Amharic is just impeccable. So her program is sitting right next to her. Kudos, good. You did a better job than I have. So. I hope I haven't missed anyone. So I would like to welcome everybody to this opening. And Solomon kind of alluded to what is, what's in the works this year. We've started late, of course, and the challenge was that we could not find an appropriate place to conduct this program, both in terms of accessibility, meaning proximity to a public transportation, ease of parking, a clean facility, something worthy of a program that's been in existence for 13 years. Finally, we were able to find this. So that's what took us, this long to start the program. Now that we have started, we have 9 more days of actual tutoring. So all these days are posted on our website. If you go to ituculturalcenter.org, in fact, I strongly advise you to actually watch our email, and most importantly, go to our website. We'll update it to keep you updated of, say, 1, when do we have classes, 2, if there are any weather-related cancellations. For instance, if we get another snow like it on, or any amount of snow that would, make the driving hazardous, we'll suspend the class or we'll at least cancel classes. If we have any upcoming activities like field trips, hiking trips, and whatnot, we will post all the relevant information on our website. So by all means, check our website. You'll also see the exact dates when we have tutoring. So for the remainder of the year, we'll have 9 tutoring days, but we will have at least 1 hiking trip. It will depend on the weather. Since we're going to be together until June, hopefully, by around May, the weather may be good enough for us to take a hiking trip. So stay tuned. But next week, Solomon would like to, I'll be out of town, but Solomon and the other capable volunteers will be taking you to the new Montgomery Library right here on Fenton Street, right? And also you'd make a campus visit to Montgomery College. So do you have any specific time you want to do this, Solomon?
We'll be meeting here at 2 o'clock. Then we'll be at 2:30, we'll go to the library and we'll walk you through, we'll have a tour at the library. Then we'll be going to Montgomery College, hopefully with the Ethiopian Association, the Science Club, as well as the faculty members will be there to greet you and walk you through the college. But in May, I think, in April, we're going to have a field trip, the hiking field trip with geology class that we have done in the past. With geology class, we'll walk out through the East of Coast Rock.
Yes, that would most likely be in April.
It's in April, yeah.
With Dennis Cosman. The rocks only whisper to me, but they scream to Dennis. So you want to be near him when he can tell you what the rocks are. In a real sense of the word.
Yeah, for those of you going on hiking on a Billy Goat Trail, it's a geological marvel. You would most definitely.
Crystals the size of my fist in one place.
Yeah. So, and then most of you have gone through it, so it's not like physically. It's challenging, but it's doable, right? Yeah. I cannot think of anybody here that's older than 7 years old that cannot make that hike.
To walk the safe way where we climb up the one way that you wouldn't want to go the other way.
Oh, kids can do
It's
that.
safer if you're going up the stairs.
It's more fun if you're going
Go
down.
down the stairs, right? Because if you're going up and you fall into the stairs. If you're going down and you fall out into space and you may end up in the mortar.
None of that would happen. We'll make sure that it
The
does.
worst that can happen is you may get a scratch in your hand.
So, you guys want to?
Any question,
Let's go through a few things here, and then we'll open it up for question and answers and whatnot. So, as I mentioned earlier, tutoring begins at 2 p.m. promptly. If any one of you know the program, one thing that we are very particular about, and I would even brag that something that we are really good about is punctuality. The volunteers will be here on time, the facility will be ready at 2 p.m. sharp. So we want to actually start tutoring at 2 p.m. sharp. So if students come late, we already would have paired students with tutors. That can be disruptive, to basically, it will be disruptive to those that came on time. You know what? I'm going to go through this in Amharic and then I'll go through it in English and then in Amharic. So students, help your parents, make yourselves ready, whatever it is that you need to do to get here on time, so that parents are not because of you. And I'm going to tell them a different version of this. I'll tell them not to make you late, and I don't want you to be late because of your parents. So, but we have some very basic rules of conduct. For students, be punctual. Refrain from disruptive behavior, especially during tutor hours. No talk, you can talk, but only to your tutors, of course. No cross-talk. Texting and internet browsing can wait. Of course, internet browsing, when it is needed and when it is, education related, you can do that. But not some idle browsing or texting. So just keep your phones locked away for the duration of tutoring. And come prepared. Think about the subject that you need help with, and bring your book or whatever material that the school has given you. As you all know, we don't stock textbooks, and we don't have we don't know anything about the coursework that you need help with. So bring your own.
bring pen and pencil.
Of course, yeah. Bring your pen and pencil. They know that they always come in handy. Polite and courteous to your teachers, and most importantly, do not litter. Especially here, down at Mariam, you can toss bread or stuff up, because when we get the facility, it's not clean to begin with. So it's not like that disastrous to leave the place dirty. It wasn't a good thing. You always used to give Mike something to do after tutoring, because Mike was the guy who used to. now he will be unemployed. So, and then I'll leave it here. But for parents, for students, again, if you want any updates on the class on that particular day, and in the future we'll give you a feature where you can request help on a specific subject. For instance, if you know that you have midterm coming, or you need help with the project or whatnot, you can actually, will have a form on a website where you can actually request a tutor to be tutored on a specific subject. So, familiarize yourself with our website, cultural.org. Now, አሁን ለወላጆች ያው ቱተሪንግ ያለን ከ2 ፒኤም ቅዳሜ ነው። ከ2 ፒኤም እስከ 6 ፒኤም ድረስ ነው። ዋናው ነው በጊዜ ድረሱ። ምክንያቱም 2 ፒኤም ላይ እኛ ትምህርት ለመጀመር ነው የሚፈልገው እና ደቂቃዎች ቀደም ብላችሁ ብትደርሱ ጥሩ ነው። ቢያንስ 2 ፒኤም ድረሱ። ከዛ በኋላ ለእያንዳንዱ ተማሪ አስተማሪ ይመጣል። ሁሉ በ2 ፒኤም ለምሳሌ 15 ደቂቃ ቢፈጅብን ከዛ ሁሉም ሰው ሴትል አድርጎ ከተቀመጠ በኋላ አፍደው የሚመጡ ሰዎች እኛም አስተማሪዎች ነን ባይሆን እኔም ያን ካደረኩኝ በኋላ ተቀምጬ ከአንድ ተማሪ ጋር እሰራለሁ እና አሁን እንደገና ሌላው ልጅ ሲቀበል አስተማሪ ለመመደብ ምናምን ስንል ቀድሞ ለመጡት ሰዎች ዲስራፕት ይሆንባቸዋል። ስለዚህ በሰዓት ድረሱ እና ልጆቹን አታስረፍዱባቸው፣ እነሱ ማርፈድ አይወዱም። እና ብዙ ጊዜ ደግሞ ከመሄዳችሁ በፊት ወይም ስትመጡ ሆነ ከመሄዳችሁ በፊት አስተማሪዎቹን አነጋግሯቸው። ብዙ ጊዜ ልጆች ምን ይላሉ? አማርኛ ለመስማታቸው ጥሩነቱ እዚህ ላይ ልጆች ጉረኞች ናቸው አውቃለሁ። ምክንያቱም ልጆች አሉ እና አያውቁም መባል አይደለም በጓደኞቻቸው ፊት። ስለዚህ ለምሳሌ እነሱ ጎበዝ የሆኑበትን ትምህርት ነው መስራት የሚፈልጉት ሂሳብ። ከዛ ሲሰሩ ጓደኞቻቸው ያዋቸዋል ወይ ያውቃሉ ይሏቸዋል። ማያውቁት ሰብጀክት ላይ ግን አላውቅም ብለው ሲጠይቁና ጓደኞቻቸው ፊት ሳያውቁ መታየት ስለማይፈልጉ እነሱ ላይነግሩን ይችላሉ የደከሙበት ሰብጀክት። ስለዚህ እናንተ ትነግሩናላችሁ ያለ እና ከቲዩተሩ ጋር ማውራታችሁ መጀመሪያ ስትመጡ አነጋግሩ። ስትሄዱም ደግሞ እንዴት አደረገ ምናምን በሉ። ምክንያቱም ቲዩተሩ የሚነግራችሁ የሚሰጣችሁ ፊድባክ ይጠቅማችኋል ለእናንተ። ለምሳሌ አንዳንድ ነገር ላይ ያተኩሩ እርዳታ የምታገኙበት ሌላ መንገድ ሊጠቅሟችሁ ይችላሉ። እና ደግሞ እነዚህ ብዙዎቹ በማስተማር ስራ ላይ የተሰማሩ ሰዎች ስለሆኑ የሚሰጧችሁ አንዳንድ ምክር ልጆቹ እንዴት በትምህርታቸው እንዴት እንደሚሻሻሉ እንዴት ለምሳሌ የጥናት እንትናቸውን እንዴት እንደሚሉ ሊረዳችሁ ስለሚችል ሲጀመርም ሲያልቅም ከትዊተራችሁ ጋር ብታወሩ ነው። ልጆቻችሁን በሰዓቱ ይቀርቧቸው። ምክንያቱም እዚህ ጋር 5 ፒኤም ለምሳሌ ካለቀ ወይም 6 ፒኤም አንድ ሰው ተቀምጠው ልጆች እስኪሄዱ ድረስ ምክንያቱም አንደኛ ከአዳራሹ መውጣት አለብን። እንደገና እዚህ ኮመን ስፔስ ላይ ደግሞ ቁጭ ብሎ አንድ ሰው 2 ፒኤም እዚህ የመጣ ሰው ልጆች ፒክ እስኪደረጉለት ቁጭ ብሎ ቤቢሲት ሲያደርግ ፌር አይሆንም ለቲዩተሮቻችን። ልጆቹን ደግሞ ጥለን መሄድ አንፈልግም። ስለዚህ ያን በማድረግ ትረዱናላችሁ። ሌላው ደግሞ ያው እንደ ማንኛውም ወደፊት በተለይ ፊልድ ትሪፕ ምናምን ስናደርግ ሁሉም ወላጅ ፓርቲሲፔት ማድረግ አለ። አንዳንድ ወላጆች ብዙ ጊዜ በጣም አክቲቭ ናቸው፣ ሌሎች ደግሞ ዳር ቆመው ያያሉ እና ልጆች ሲሄዱ ስናክ ይፈልጋሉ። አንዳንድ የመኪና ለምሳሌ በቫን ልጆች ሰብሰብ አድርገን መሄድ እንፈልጋለን። እንዲህ ነገር ሲሆን እናንተ ፓርቲሲፔት ማድረጋችሁ በጣም ጠቃሚ ነው። በተረፈ ስልክ ቁጥሮች አሉ። ይህንን ወረቀት ይዛችሁ ሂዱ። የኔና የሶሎሞን ስልክ ቁጥር አለ፣ የኔና የአስተዋይ ስልክ ቁጥር አለ። የምትቀሩ ወይም የምትዘገዩ ከሆነ ደውላችሁ ንገሩ። ስፔሻሊ ዘግይታችሁ የምትደርሱ ከሆነ ዊኖ አንዳንድ ነገሮች ሀፕን ያደርጋሉ። ስትመጡ ትራፊክ ላይ ትቆማላችሁ፣ አንዳንድ ነገር ያዘገያችኋል። 30 ደቂቃ ምናምን ዘግይታችሁ የምትደርሱ ከሆነ አትሊስት ሌረስ ነው ኤክስፔክት እናደርጋችኋለን። አለበለዚያ በጣም አቅዳችሁ ስትመጡ እንደገና ሌሎችን ዲስራፕት ላለማድረግ ክላስ መዘጋት አለመዘጋቱን ቼክ ለማድረግ ዌብሳይቶቹን ማየት ከቻላችሁ በጣም ጥሩ ነው። እሱ የተሻለ ነው። ካልሆነ ግን ደውሉ እና ይበቃችኋል። ለአንድ ወር ያወራሁት እና ይህንን ስትወጡ ፒክ አድርጉ። ፕላስ ከሁሉም በላይ ግን ተመዝገቡ ልጆች። Make sure that you fill out your information, most correct one, so that we know how many students we have, and we only take so many students this year. So first come, first serve. Thank you all.